Hey, how is everybody? I picked up a can of cinnamon rolls yesterday while I was at the grocery store. I have a love-hate relationship with these things because it never fails. When I make them, 9 times out of 10, I end up eating the whole thing by myself, since it's usually just me here when I get the urge for one of these. So up until now, I have been not buying these for the very obvious reason. However, I wanted to actually incorporate a product that Tupperware has that is going to help me be able to portion control myself with the cinnamon buns, as well as be able to enjoy 1 or 2 at a time without having to eat the entire can all at once or throw out the ones that I don't eat. So Tupperware has the awesome breakfast maker. I put some product knowledge up on the group page about it, but I thought this would be a really good time to just kind of talk about it a little bit. I'm going to do more in the party. However, it comes with 2 egg inserts. I'm obviously not going to be using the egg inserts, but these egg inserts are really awesome for over easy eggs or poached eggs. If you like to have like egg McMuffins and that sort of thing, you can make your own using the 2 inserts. But what I'm going to be using today is literally just the base. It's really awesome. It has the vents on the top for the steam to escape. It's not an actual sealing lid. It's literally just a lid that sits on top. Normally I would make an omelet or even French toast sticks in this, but today I thought I would try to do 2 of my cinnamon buns in it. So normally what you would have to do is you would need to heat the oven up and let that preheat, and then you would have to grease your pan and put your cinnamon buns on there, and then you would need to wait and the normal time for them to cook, so on and so forth. But the breakfast maker, you don't have to do that. You don't have to use any extra oils. You don't have to use any extra grease, anything along those lines. So all I'm doing is opening my container, and I'm going to pull 2 of the cinnamon buns off the roll. And I am going to place them in the base of the breakfast maker, like so. And these are the larger, the smaller ones you can get 3 in the base, but I'm gonna do just 2. And I am simply going to stick this in the microwave. I'm going to stick it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes to start. I have a 1200 watt microwave versus the 900 that the breakfast maker recommends. So I'm gonna go in with 1.5 minutes, and then we're gonna take a look at them, and we're gonna see if I either need to do a little more or if the 1.5 minutes has covered it. So I put that in there, just put the lid on the top. Now you say, okay, you've got 3 extra cinnamon buns in there, Michelle. What you gonna do with them? Well, after I lick my fingers, I am actually going to use one of my freezer made containers to store the remaining cinnamon buns in. It's gonna serve me a couple of purposes. The first one is gonna be that I'm really gonna have to think about when I want one of these and not just say, ooh. So it's gonna help me with my portion control. I'll be able to keep these for longer, because if I were just to put them in the refrigerator and just do them whenever, they might not last as long. But being in my freezer mate container, I can stick these right in the freezer, and for however long. Freezer mate containers, you can put items in the freezer for up to 2 years with no freezer burn. You might get a little bit of a glaze of ice on the top, but it's not going to affect your food, and it's not going to freezer burn it. And it's a really great time for me to talk about these, because right now Tupperware is running a special, and they have 2 of the small shallows, 2 of the small deeps, and 1 of the medium shallows, this set right here, on sale for $39 until the 26th of this month. Normal retail is $59.50. on those. It's a great way to introduce you to the uses of these containers and how much money they will ultimately save you in the long run. I know I have thrown out almost a deep freezer full of food that actually got freezer burned before I was able to get my containers in. So I've started all over again, but it's very comforting to me to know that the investment that I have made with these containers is ultimately going to save me money in the long run. So microwave just went off. Let's take a look at our cinnamon buns. Notice that I pulled the container straight out of the microwave by the hands, by the sides. It's not hot. I don't know if you guys can see the steam coming off of it or not. I think we missed that part. I'm just gonna set it right down here. Lift it away. Guys, look at the cinnamon buns that I just made in the microwave. Didn't have to heat up the kitchen. Took me a minute and a half, 2 minutes by the time that I opened the container and got these babies in there, and look how much they fluffed up. They took up the entire container and spread them apart a little bit. You see down in there where I just opened that up? Done. Just as pretty as can be. So I'm going to set these off to the side for just a minute. I'm going to finish this video up, but I just wanted to take that time to show you how very versatile the breakfast maker actually is, how quick it is, and show you. I just took a spoon and I literally lifted that right out of the pan. I did not spray that. I did not put anything extra in there. A little healthier, not that the cinnamon bun's very healthy to begin with, but I didn't have to use any extra spray or anything like that, and it came right out of the container just like that, and it is gorgeous. It actually looks better in here than I have had them turn out when I've actually put them in the oven and waited a half hour for them. So thank you guys for taking a minute to watch this. If you have any questions or anything like that, definitely let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. If you're interested in purchasing one, you can shop the party link, or if you are not associated with the party right now, just let me know and I'll get you straight so that you can get one of these awesome breakfast makers for yourself, as well as you guys jump in on that special for the freezer containers. All right, you guys have a great afternoon.